Alright guys, we are here at Klever-Haas Racing's 15-minute practice session for preseason testing at Old Spice is where the team owner had decided to go. As this is your guys' first chance to get a look at these brand new cars. First, you're going to get to see Johan Arndt's 05 car pulling out of the pits. He's going to start laps now. He's going to try to get on track, get these cars working. We'll see which car is the best car so far, as these guys have a pretty high road course rating because of this car. These cars are good on road courses, but they're not the best, as you'll see the Hondas of Trailblazer Motorsports out later in a later testing session. Right now, Annie Thomas is also out on track. We're looking for Sunoco Young and Lorenzo Log still in their pits, as Johan Arndt coming to take his first lap under green. As this is like I said, a minor practice session to show how these cars perform. A 49.3 out of Johan Arndt. Then we see Annie Thomas coming down for her lap. Is Annie Thomas going to beat Johan Arndt? Yes, she will. And still no movement out of the other two Klever-Haas cars. Maybe they're working in rotation. There they both go same time. It looks like they're going to be working in pairs maybe, but here comes Johan Arndt once again. This one's going to be faster than the previous lap. Preseason testing, this is the biggest moment for these teams, because this is where it will decide how well these cars run. And Johan Arndt showing it. 48.8 for Johan Arndt. What about Annie Thomas? Annie Thomas was faster than Johan on her first lap. As they're coming on this last course, these cars are performing much better than they were last season. 48.6. Annie Thomas still runs a faster lap. They're seeing Lorenzo Log and Sunoco Young. There are their new cars for this season. There's the team leader. Lorenzo Log coming around 49.0. That's faster than Annie Thomas's first lap. And I'm not sure if Young's was faster. I don't think it was. Barely not faster than Annie Thomas. But they're going to come around once again. Johan Arndt, not faster. Now these cars are going to start slowing down, as we're already 3 minutes into this session with our preseason testing. As Annie Thomas comes around, she's been the fastest of the team so far, and she pulls a 48.3. Annie Thomas is really fast today. She may be the top performer. Lorenzo Log comes around the last corner. He's the team leader. Can he show it? Yes, he will! Lorenzo Log to the top. That's what we thought Lorenzo Log would do out here in Old Spice. He's showing it here. These cars are amazing on road courses, and it really shines through as Lorenzo Log takes the top spot. Johan Arndt was able to improve, but barely. Now, Thomas contest? Yes, she will. She will overtake that first position on the team again. Who's going to show to be the best on the team at Old Spice? Lorenzo Log comes around the last corner. Can he match her? No, he won't. Sunoco Young improves up to a 48.5. What about Johan Arndt? Arndt hasn't been the fastest. He's actually been the slowest of the team today. He's got to pick it up, as we have 10 minutes to go. He picks it up to a 48.6. As this seems to be the pace that they're all running. Annie Thomas now, fastest team member and the only female driver in the field. 48.2, that's the first sub 48.3 today. Lorenzo Log, we've just hit 10 minutes to go in this session. Lorenzo Log around the last quarter. Did he improve? Yes, he will at a 48-0. Wow. Lorenzo Log showing why he was deemed the team leader before the season, before even the preseason testing. Johan Arndt improves again. Now we rotate back to Annie Thomas. Carrying momentum through that last corner. Can she get it done? No. Lorenzo Log, fastest man on the track. Can we see our first sub 48 of the day as we're about to hit the 9-minute mark left in this session? And he does! 47-9. 48-3 out of Young. He's going to move, and he's closing in on Annie Thomas. What about Johan Arndt? Arndt has not been showing how well he can drive today, and he improves, but not enough. Still a 48-6. He is slow. Voice cracks. Annie Thomas now coming around that last corner. 48-0. She improves. They're only 8 thousandths off of each other. There may be an inter-team rivalry growing right now between these two. Lorenzo Log to the flag. No. Young to the flag. He improves, but not enough to overtake. And back to Johan Arndt. Comes around. And that'll be a no. We're going to go on board with your fastest man on the track for a lap. Under the bridge. Comes into this turns 1 and 2. This car has decent downforce. And that's a lap at Old Spice. Has no improvements through the pack. As everyone's starting to slow their times as they're all reaching about their 10th lap. As Annie Thomas comes around, can she take the first position on the team? No. And back to Lorenzo Log and Young. No one's pulled in the pits just yet. Honestly surprised that no one wants to come in and get a little time fixing the cars, get a little bit more tired. We're all just testing cars. I think they're testing tire wear now. As Lorenzo Log showing that he's the fastest on the team. But Johan Arndt. Johan is just not happy right now. We're getting radio communications that he's just not happy with how the car is running. And there's a 49-0. There may be some talk in the garage about fixing Johan Arndt's car before the first race of Toddring begins. We will be going back to Toddring this season. Johan Arndt, though. So here, Annie Thomas does not hold faster lap. Lorenzo Log getting closer, but he's not there. Young, still not there. No one's really pulling the fast ups like they were earlier in the session. This is finally a good glimpse of the Season 2 cars. And back to Johan Arndt. 48-8, he's closing back in on that time. Everyone's starting to push once again. Arndt was the first car out on track, and he's just not performing. Annie Thomas cannot seem to find a way to get faster than the team leader, who's only 8 thousandths faster than her fastest time. Here he comes, Lorenzo Log, Filipino driver around the last corner. 48-2. He's still showing to be the fastest car on the track. 48-7, Young starting to slow. as we're getting word that these guys are just testing tire wear now. That's everyone's main problem right now, is they're testing how these cars can deal with tire wear. And so far, the only car having trouble with tire wear and tire overheating is Young. Yeah, we're getting reports that, not Young, that Johan Arndt's the only one who's having trouble with that overheating problem. As he's saying that there is some tires on the right side overheating, the back right tires overheating. So that could be a problem, which is why he's running such slow laps. I mean, pick up the pace just a little bit. Maybe try to get those tires cooled down through the corners. But he's the only one on the team having trouble with the overheating. Because you can't even get below 48.5. As everyone else has gotten down to 48.3s or lower. Danny Thomas, as we're running down on we're running down close to 3 minutes to go in this session. And Andy Thomas cannot find the speed to catch his teammate. As his teammate is still running 48.1s. Young running some 48.5s. He's pretty, if we would say that anyone's car is more decent on the speedways than the others, it would be Young. Young's been showing some promise on some speedways. His car is much more beneficial, but this is the official testing. As the past testing at Speedway, everyone got a little bit of a test at Tottering, which we did not get to record. But Young was showing a lot of promise on Speedways, a lot more. Well, not a lot, but a lot more promise than his teammates were. But so far, no one can really. Everyone's now down in the 48.4s as these tires are really starting to wear. 48.3s. There's a log starting to get back on that pace. 48.7. Young is starting to report a right rear overheating problem. As Arndt is still dealing with that problem, they're telling him to stay out and see how long those tires are going to last. If it'll make it to the end of the session. So auto prediction that they will all make it to the end of the session. Just with these tires being ruined. Annie Thomas around the last corner. 48.3, she's starting to catch up her pace. But this shows who the top dogs of this team are. Top dogs of all the teams, really. 48.5. And Young, 48.8. Alright, so now they're all just working. Yep, there's definitely an overheating problem on Young's car. Right rear. Same problem that Arndt's having, but the other two, Thomas and Law, are not reporting problems with the car. Arndt, still on a horrible lapse. You can see that it's not affecting Andy Thomas. There's a 48.6. After a hot lap, you'd honestly expect that. As we're coming down to 1 minute to go, can anyone surpass Lorenzo Long? This is the testing session that will show who's the team leaders. And right now, the prediction was Lorenzo Long would lead the team. And right now, it is showing. Young with that tire overheating problem. Arndt with his tire overheating problem. This is going to be Arndt's last lap on the track. Starting now. Thomas is in the pits. She gave up. Lorenzo Long coming around to finish his final lap. Maybe. No, he's going to make it. He's going to make it in time. He has one more lap to go if he wants to make that lap. Young can make one more lap. So Young takes his final lap now. So if anyone wants to surpass anyone, they need to pick it up now. They need to push. Here comes John Arndt's last lap around. As the practice session is in its final part. where everyone finishes their laps and we pull in the pits. Arndt, 49-1. Lorenzo Log comes around. He has his final lap. Young doing the same. Can anyone match him? Lorenzo Log, can he improve? No. Young, the final hope to take the team leader spot. No. And Lorenzo Log will win the practice session, will win the preseason testing, and will be deemed team leader going into next season. That was an exciting session as we got to see our first sub 48 at Old Spice. I'm not sure if any other team testing will be at Old Spice, as no other has been announced. But Lorenzo Log, your team leader for Klever-Haas Racing. We'll see you next time. Ciao.